Greetings, family. It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Broadcasting Community. Shout out to the Louisiana All-American Sports Network. Shout out to Envision Photography and Video. And shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. This is a real quick, on the spur of the moment, pop-up, pull-up live stream that I'm doing. The reason I'm doing this live stream is because I got some breaking news. But before I get into like the actual live stream itself, tomorrow, 9 a.m., tomorrow's a big day for me. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., the 2025 Southern University Blue versus Gold Spring Game post-game reaction part 2. I kind of did it movie style in terms of my post-game recap and some footage and clips and highlights or whatever. So be certain that you catch that tomorrow. And for that live stream, it's not a live stream, it's a video post-game reaction. Whoop de whoop. Please check that out tomorrow. Like it, share it. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe to the channel because I'm like, I think around 275 subscribers short of 1,000 subscribers. Help me get over that 1,000 subscriber mark. Like I said, I put a lot of work and a lot of effort. Myself and Envision Photography and Video, we put a lot of work and effort into this post-game reaction and the clips from the Southern University Blue versus Gold Spring Game. So please, tomorrow, check it out. Like it, share it, subscribe it, all of that good stuff. And in addition to that, the video for tomorrow that's scheduled for tomorrow is going to be the last little bit of content I drop for a while because, you know, these probably next few days I'm going to be pretty busy. So you might not get more content from me till about maybe Friday, Saturday. So check it out. Like it, share it, subscribe it, all that good stuff. In addition to that, a couple subscribers asked me, Coach, like, why don't you like touch on a variety of different topics? We know you're a huge NBA fan. Like, why don't you talk about, like the NBA playoffs? I'm not even gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The thing that I'm most passionate about is a content creator is Southern University sports, in particular Southern University football. However, when I stray outside of Southern University football, like the cornerstone and the foundation of my channel in terms of the fan base that supports my channel is Southern University football fans. So anytime I stray outside of Southern University football, people not watching them videos, them live streams. So it's no use to me even sugarcoating it. I'm going to keep it a buck. If it ain't Southern University football, they're not watching it. If it's Southern University, football clips, band clips, the human jukebox, that type of thing, yeah, they might watch it. But when it comes to long-form content, whether it be videos, whether it be live streams, people not watching that content if it's not Southern University football. So that's for the most part. Like, if you see me, like, do panel shows with, like, my brother, like Jared 11 Green, that type of thing, 7 Sports TV, yeah, that's cool. But in terms of my channel, in terms of, like, longer form content, whether it's videos or live stream, if it ain't Southern University football, my fan base and my audience don't want to hear it. So that's why, for the most part, I pretty much talk about Southern University football. That's first and foremost. And then second of all, in terms of, I really wouldn't call it controversy, but the whole Kendrick Grimes thing. To me, star players are star players for a reason. And don't get me wrong, I understand Jaguar Nation. They want players that wants to be a part of the program. But you got to understand, in 2025, with the NIL and transfer portal, and so on and so forth. It's like the Wild Wild West. So players are gonna come and go, and you got to realize if you're gonna be honest and you're gonna be truthful, all players are not created equal. And I'm not gonna lie, as a player, I used to be like, "Oh man, coaches should treat players the same." But when I start coaching, I realized like, hey, all players aren't created equal. And I'm gonna use the analogy I used earlier today. In just say 2099, 99, 2000. If Micah Hayes sat down with people and say, "Hey, coach, I'm considering entering an NFL draft, whatever the case may be." I mean, you won't wish the best for Mike Hayes, but if you Pete Richardson as a coach, you got to realize players of his stature and caliber don't grow on trees every day. So at the end of the day, you want him to do what's in his best interest. However, you won't keep him if you could, so you can have as much success as you could. Now, on the flip side of that, we talking about the Kendrick Grimes situation. I mean, wherever he go, I wish him well. Whether he come back to Southern or not, more than likely, he probably not coming back to Southern from what I see. But it ain't no knock on Zacchaeus Cooper or Marion Asbury or whoever. But at the end of the day, like you need experienced veteran star players. So, I mean, from a coach's standpoint, I understand, hey, we're going to play whoever we got. And next man up, and we're going to roll with the players we got. But at the same token, hey, you need veteran, experienced star players. So I know that dynamic is different in college than it is in the NFL, because as a Saints fan, I used to hear people say all the time, every time a player get good, the Saints will let them go and they will go off to another team and become a bigger star. Well, they didn't understand in the NFL there's a salary cap and the dynamics are different. However, on a college level, things are different with the transfer portal and the NIL and so on and so forth. But at the same token, at the end of the day, all players aren't created equal. And in addition to that, especially when you got a player, a star caliber player, some of these players need to feel valued, they need to feel appreciated, and they need you to tell them like, hey, we want you to stay here, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna give an analogy. I used this analogy in a previous video, but I remember when I was at Southern. Irony, I was a student at Southern, and I had this business class, and the professor, she was talking to one of the students in class, and he was saying that his girlfriend left him or whatever. I think they just had broke up, and he was like, "Look, hey, if she don't want to be with me, I'm just gonna let her ride, woo, woo, woo." And she was like, "Baby, the thing you don't understand, sometimes as a woman, she just want to feel valued, feel appreciated, and she wants you to tell her like, hey, I'm gonna fight for you, this, that, and the third, stay with me, whatever." And I don't know what ended up transpiring. From what I understood, he probably just let her ride. To me, if she not worth it, yeah, you just let her ride. But at the same token, if you value her and you feel like she's special, then guess what? Hey, do what you got to do to get her back. Now, if she constantly saying, hey, I'm going to leave every other day, she done it more than once, then yeah, at that point, that you just let her ride. And, the same thing with the Kendrick Grimes situation. And ain't no disrespect to this past season, whether it was Corbett Dillon or C.J. Russell, and right now, Zacchaeus Cooper or Marion Asbury. But even with that being said, like a star caliber running back like him, a game breaker like him, if you could, you won't try to bring him back, in my personal opinion. People going to disagree with me. That's cool. I mean, everybody entitled to their own opinion. But at the end of the day, when you got a fifth-year senior that done been here at your school, been in your program, been in your system, and he could be the thing that kind of puts you over the top and help you break that glass ceiling and win a SWAC championship and then go on to the Celebration Bowl and win that, I think if you have opportunity to bring it back, I think you should. If that bridge is burnt, then let it ride. Ain't nothing you could do about it. But at the same token, I feel like if you could communicate with him and potentially get him back, to me, I think that'll be the best case scenario. Now, if you can't get him back, then you pour in the younger backs and you build for the future. But my opinion, I feel like If you could bring it back, bring it back. And the reason why I'm mentioning it, because I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow on the video that's gonna drop. Even though I pre-shot it already, got footage from the Blue versus Gold Spring game, and I'm gonna address it there because a lot of people have been talking about, man, coach, the Kendrick Grimes thing, this, that, and the third. Everybody kind of feel the same, like, hey, if he really wanted to be a Southern, he'd be a Southern. I mean, to each his own. I feel like if he wasn't a good enough player, then I really wouldn't sweat it. But it is what it is. And to address the main topic for this particular live stream, breaking news: Southern University defensive back Luke Rose enters the transfer portal with 1 year eligibility left. I'm gonna read his statement, and it says, first of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity to play the game of football. I would also like to thank my coaches who brought me here and family who supported me through it all. Lastly, I would like to thank my teammates. With that being said, I will be entering the transfer portal as a graduate transfer with 1 year eligibility left. Sincerely, Luke Rose. And it's one thing a lot of people been talking about in the different Facebook groups I'm in. What is Avis Heat and Roughing the Swag. Avis Heat, J State guy always talking trash, how basically Jackson State is the cream of the crop, everybody else second, and Southern University beneath J State, whoop de whoop de woo. Some of these other Facebook groups, they're talking about, a lot of Southern University players on both sides of the ball, both on offense and defense. They leaving, this, that, and the third. It's not just a Southern University thing. It's not just a Jackson State thing. It's not just a swag thing. Like I said earlier, this the day and age we living in with the transfer portal and the NIL deals and so on and so forth. It's like the Wild Wild West. So if the player really isn't like a superstar player, truthfully speaking, I really wouldn't sweat it, losing certain players. Certain players you would prefer to keep. But at the end of the day, like, it kind of is what it is. I mean, you're going to lose players, you're going to gain players. I talked about in a previous video how they got a defensive back to commit. And in this particular live stream, I'm talking about them losing the defensive back. So at the end of the day, I think it's just part of the landscape of college football. The landscape was one thing when I was on campus at Southern, especially like in the late 90s, early 2000s, where, Southern was getting a lot of players that was at the end of the bench, buried on the depth chart at LSU, and they would come across town, walking to the starting lineup. If you especially somebody like Mike Hayes, eventually become All-American in the NFL prospect. And I mean, not just Michael Hayes and Mrs. Bates, Chris Cooper, whoever. So at the end of the day, even somebody like Jermaine Sharp. So at the end of the day, that was the landscape of college football then. The landscape is different now. I mean, hell, you got players, like Tennessee quarterback, he held out for more NIL money or whatever his situation was. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Certain players you prefer to keep. Other players, it is what it is. You're going to lose players, you're going to gain players. But at the end of the day, I think Southern University going to be straight. Hopefully the offense could be as good as it was in the spring game. Hopefully it could be that good, even better during the season. And the defense could be as good this coming season as it's been for the past few seasons. But definitely, I didn't see the special teams in action for the Blue versus Gold Spring game. So hopefully they could get that particular area squared away. But at the end of the day, I think Southern University is in a good position. But we'll see how things playing out. But in terms of Luke Rose, hopefully he finds a soft landing spot. Wish him well wherever he lands, wherever he goes. The one good thing about him is, it seems as if he already graduated. So since he graduated, even if he don't find a soft place to land, at least he has a degree and he has something going for him. But hopefully he finds somewhere to land and everything works out for him. But I planned on being here for a good time, not for a long time. So that's it for this quick late night edition, pop up live stream. If you're gonna watch it on playback, please like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., uh, 2025 Southern University Blue versus Gold spring game post game reaction part two, the movie. Like I said, got a few clips from the game, uh, and I did my post game reaction, my post game commentary. So check it out. Plan on it being a big thing, big event, so on and so forth. Also go check out my brother Jared Love Green on his channel. He has two shows. His primary show is Southern Baller Show. I'm his co-host and one of the panelists on the show. Check him out. Yesterday, of course, was Easter Sunday, so we didn't have an episode yesterday. But hey, next week we're gonna be back on the block. And also go check out my brother Brent Fox on his channel with his show. It's Just Me starring Brent Fox. Also go check out my sister, the beloved queen, Shawala Yah. Go check out on her channel. She did an excellent, for all my LDBC family members. Everybody love boxing the way I do. She did an excellent interview with Brian Norman Sr. Please go check her out on her channel. Also go check out my brother 7A Sports TV. His two channels. His primary channel, 7A Sports TV. His backup channel is the No 304 Show. He had an Easter edition last night with the brother Blu-ray Fitness. And also, again, I can't beat this drum enough. I can't emphasize this enough. Y'all check out the 2025 Southern University Blue versus Gold spring game post game reaction part two. The video, like I say, individual photography and we did it movie style. So check it out. I'll probably, like I say, it probably won't be till maybe Friday, Saturday. I do another video or another live stream. But go check out the post game reaction tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Y'all have a blessed night. Blessed and phenomenal work week. Catch y'all later. Peace and blessings. And go Jags.